Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Sunday. It's Daryl here. It is bright and early. Well, not so bright, but very early. 4:30 a.m. Sunday here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I wasn't planning on making a video. I'm going to the beach today. But there's two things I want to talk about. It's kind of an opinion situation here with this video, and I really want to know what you guys think, especially about the second story I talk about. The first story is Trump visiting Lake Charles to survey the damage from Hurricane Laura. So he talks to Lake Charles officials, and I've read this story. I've read about 4 or 5 different takes on this story. A supporter asks for his autograph, and he sits down. And then he calls over. I've read the transcript of what he said, and he says, "Come over here, guys. I want a little power." I know it's just one simple sentence, but it says a lot. I'm not sure if he's talking to his people or if he's talking to Trump supporters. I want a little power. Come here, guys. I want a little power. I've read a few stories, and it sounds like he's talking to his supporters. It's so telling. Okay, so he signs the autograph, and there's more Trump supporters. He's going to sign a few autographs. But he says he's not going to write down their names on the autograph. He's just going to sign Donald Trump. Because here's my autograph, he goes. Tonight you could sell it on eBay for $10,000. It's worth more if I don't put your name on it. So he can make some money. I don't even know what to say about this. It really feels like he's back in the apprentice mode. Like he just pulled up in a limo and he's signing his autograph for fans of the Apprentice. The fact that he's making jokes when these people lost everything is disturbing. The sentence about he wants a little power, that just proves the narcissistic. Nothing says narcissist like that sentence. It's disgusting. It's disgusting on so many levels. Let me know what you guys think about that. Now the next story. Just last night, Saturday night. So this is a fresh story. He says that more than likely, probably he's going to go to Kenosha, Wisconsin to survey the damage, to talk to officials, to see how his supposedly there's now 1,000 National Guard troops. The last few nights have been peaceful. Jacob Blake's family marched yesterday, I believe, Saturday, and very passionate marches, but peaceful. So Tuesday, supposedly, Trump says he's considering going to Kenosha to survey the damage. So I really thought about this. And in my opinion, this is a powder keg. I couldn't think of a worse thing. If he wants to be a reelected president and look like he's in control, the whole law and order thing, I think the worst thing for him to do is to go to Kenosha, Wisconsin. What's going to happen if he goes to Kenosha, Wisconsin? Just think about it. I'm not saying I'm not giving my opinion on what I think people should do. I'm speculating on what I think would happen if he visits Kenosha Tuesday. Obviously, he's going to need a lot of people around him. He's going to, being the wuss that he is, the bunker, hiding in the bunker and all that, he's going to have a huge contingent of security, obviously. Now, his base, of course, his cult following will show up en masse, without a doubt. So now we have this huge bunch of supporters. And a lot of them are going to be on the fringe, probably carrying armed, whatever. They're going to be there to push back against. We're going to have a bunch of right-wing people ready to push back and pull the whole law and order ticket on the Black Lives Matter protesters, on the Jacob Blake protesters. Now, we know if he goes, that's a guarantee. That's pretty much a guarantee. There's going to be a huge contingent of Trump security and a huge contingent of all sorts of base supporters, including far-right, probably armed people. Of course, they won't be able to get near the president. Of course, the president is all for the Second Amendment, as long as nobody's carrying anywhere near him where he can get hurt, where he can catch some injuries. Of course. Anyway, so now what's going to happen with the Black Lives Matter protesters, the people like me? Now there's two possibilities. Either they show up en masse, or they don't, or they stay away. Now, staying away, what would that would, for safety reasons, that would be the best thing to do. You know, if somebody's looking to pick a fight, don't go for it. But what's it going to say if they don't show up? And what's Donald Trump going to say if the Black Lives Matter, if the other protesters, if the Jacob Blake supporters don't show up? What's that going to say? What's Donald Trump going to say? He's going to say, look, I am the law and order king. I quelled all the violence. This is it. Safety, law and order. It's going to look like the Black Lives Matter protesters, the Jacob Blake protesters are hiding. Like they didn't even have a real argument. Like they're scared. I mean, I hate to say that, but that's the way Trump would make it look. Like they didn't really have an argument, that they were just there to destroy stuff. That's just the kind of thing he's going to say. And he came there and he stopped it. And it's going to be a huge, this is my opinion, it'd be a huge win for him. It'd look good. I hate to say that, but that's my opinion. Now, if they do show up, which I believe they would, of course, what's going to happen then? Okay, so in Portland now, let me just skip over to Portland, Oregon. There was a shooting there now. Supposedly there's been a death Saturday in Portland. More and more right-wing armed counter-protesters are now showing up at these events. Probably because of Trump's push of law and order and all that, and them taking law and order into their own hands. Like I said, I knew this was coming. I've been talking about this for the last month, how I would go on TikTok occasionally and I would see just threat after threat after threat of these hardcore right-wing Trump supporters with weapons on screen, with them underneath the screen, but you could hear them click, you could hear them cock, and they were just one video after the next of threats. Well, if Black Lives Matters comes to this, our little town, I'll show them what's going to happen. And you hear a gun cock. So these threats have been going on for a month, and now they're making good on these threats. They're showing up at the Black Lives Matter protests. So what will happen? I mean, I'm not saying this should happen. I'm not encouraging. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm speculating my opinion on what might happen if he did show up. There'd be large amounts. I imagine that the Trump supporters would be emboldened by their cult leader being there to protect him. I can only imagine the violence that would break out. So, if all hell breaks loose, how's that gonna? It's not gonna be good for anybody. Not for the country. Certainly not for Donald Trump. I mean, it's nothing I want. I don't want to see people, even though it would make Donald Trump look terrible. I don't want to see the one person getting hurt. I think him going there. I think he shouldn't go there. I do. I think it's going to result in casualties. I truly believe that. Now, then there's this option too. As we all know, he lies about everything, and he flip-flops. So just because he said last night in this roundtable discussion with his National Guard people and Homeland Security and his other Gestapo people, he said he might, good chance he's going to go to Kenosha Tuesday. Now, he could just be saying this as a ploy, and he has really no intention of going. I can't imagine that he truly... I really think it would be a foolish move, a very foolish move on his part to go there. So, that being said, he's probably going to do it. It's not something I'm looking forward to. Honestly, I hope he doesn't go, because I don't want to see people getting hurt. Period. Whether they're whoever they are, right wing or left wing. I don't want to see that anymore on the TV. And the rest of America probably feels the same way I do. And it's not going to look good for Donald Trump. It's going to look like he said he poured gasoline on this whole situation. I can't imagine he would be stupid enough to go to Kenosha. Wait a minute. What did I just say that? Really? All right, let me know what you guys think. Have a good Sunday.